I remember the day they took everything from me. My trust, my dignity, the one thing I cherished most, the family heirloom. It was a delicate ancient locket, passed down through generations, holding stories and memories I clung to like a lifeline. But that day, my so-called best friend, the one I trusted with my secrets, betrayed me. I caught her in the act, sneaking into my room, her hands trembling as she clutched the locket. Her face twisted into a sneer as she looked at me. Mockery dancing in her eyes. The room spun. Humiliation hit me like a punch to the gut. I felt exposed, shattered, worthless. Word spread fast. Everyone in school, in town, they said I was a disgrace. How could I not see the betrayal coming? They whispered behind my back, calling me naive, weak. My family, already struggling, looked at me with pity or disdain. I was cast aside, labeled as someone who couldn't even protect her own legacy. The laughter echoed at every corner, especially at the office parties, where my former friend now sat among colleagues, sharing jokes about my family curse, turning my pain into their punchline. For days I was a ghost, a shell of myself. But deep inside, something refused to die. That humiliation ignited a fierce fire within me, an unyielding resolve to prove them wrong. I packed away the shame, channeling it into relentless determination. I threw myself into my work, pouring every ounce of energy into becoming better, smarter, stronger. I refused to let their cruelty define me. The years that followed were a brutal grind. I faced setbacks, rejection, moments where I questioned if I'd ever rise above the ashes. But each obstacle only fueled my resolve. I studied harder, worked longer hours, built connections, and learned from every failure. Slowly, I transformed my pain into power. I turned my family's hardships into a story of resilience, a narrative that whispered to the world that even in loss, there is strength. That betrayal was not my end, but my beginning. And then came the day I was ready. The day I returned, not as the broken girl they once knew, but as someone unbreakable. I climbed the ladder, earning my position through grit, intelligence, and unwavering integrity. I became a leader, respected, admired, unstoppable. The moment of reckoning arrived unexpectedly. It was at the company's annual gala, where I saw her, my former friend, clinking glasses with colleagues, her laughter ringing loud as she recounted the funny story of my family heirloom. I felt that old sting, that familiar fire, but this time, I didn't crumble. I stepped forward, calm and composed, my voice steady as I addressed the room. You know, I began, eyes locking onto hers, that it was a sign of my failure. But I've learned something you'll never understand. That pain, that betrayal, it pushed me to become someone you could never imagine. I turned my suffering into strength, my loss into victory. And now I stand here not as the girl you humiliated, but as a testament to resilience, to perseverance, to the fact that nothing can break a spirit determined to rise. The room fell silent. Her face drained of color. The laughter died in her throat. I saw the flicker of realization. She had underestimated me, just like everyone else. I had become unstoppable, not despite my pain, but because of it. That day, I proved that betrayal and humiliation are merely chapters in my story, not the ending. I am the author now, and my story is one of resilience, power, and poetic justice. I walked away that night knowing I had finally reclaimed my strength, and no one could take that from me.